Hey guys, this is the behind the scenes video for our first Game of Thrones parody, A Character I Used to Know.
I'm Dana.
I'm Ginny.
And I'm Erik, and we're Not Literally Productions.
So when we started the idea for this video, we decided to crowdfund, and we started that in about January, and all in all, the process from start to finish took about 6 months. When we started to crowdsource, we had already written the lyrics and conceptualized the video as a whole.
As soon as the campaign was finished, which was about early February, we started locking stuff down. We signed on our costumers, we wrote up our shot list, and we got our audio recorded.
Character I used to know.
The costumes for this one took a lot of time and effort, so while those were getting done, we went through and shot our first uncostumed scene, an entire shot that we ended up cutting because it didn't fit in the final video.
It was basically Ginny and I actually in this space here, dressed all in black, doing a dramatic sort of poetry style sing-along reading of the lyrics. And we had originally wanted to have a guitarist in there with us, and he wasn't able to make it, so it kind of took a lot of the visual interest out of it, so we didn't end up using those scenes at all.
The other non-costume scene that we did was the couch scene, which was so much fun to shoot, but we ended up feeling really sick afterwards after eating all that junk food.
After that, the only scenes left were the costumed ones, so we started putting together our prop list, all of our set pieces, and getting the studio set up how we wanted it.
So some of our friends and Erik and I, Nicole, Mary Louise, Jess, and Andy, we all carved the red keep walls and the Dothraki gray stone wall out of huge sheets of styrofoam, and we painted them. We also painted the banners for the scene with Ned. That was mostly Jess. She did a great job. And we also bought tons and tons of candles. And then our production coordinator, Nicole, and then our friend Keith and I all went from thrift store to thrift store to find all of the blankets and pillows and stuff that we needed for the scenes. Today is the day that we're filming all of the stuff with the Dothraki. So we've got Daenerys and we have Khal Drogo and stuff, so it's going to be really awesome. It's going to be a party.
Tell us what Grant is doing.
Grant's making me look less busted.
We are shooting our first on-scene set for our Game of Thrones parody. We have carved up a few stone walls. The rest of the set will be a digital extension. We'll have some stuff inside a tent. That setup will be a little bit later. And we'll be sure to show you a little bit more behind the scenes as we're filming.
We're going to explain this really quick. Yeah?
All right, we are just about ready to start shooting. Daenerys is ready. We have her costume all ready to go, so we're going to do some promo photos first. I'm just going to run through a quick lighting setup. What we're doing is, since this is an outdoor scene, we are using a 650 Fresnel as our key light to be our sun. We are using some LED lights, like this one here, to light our green screen, which is falling down. I'm going to have to fix that. And then to make sure that we have a little bit more fill on the right side of her face, we're going to be using a reflector. We'll have somebody running this just to make sure that she's a little bit more evenly lit, which will look really nice. We'll be filming a few different angles, so when we need an angle change, since we can't move the green screen, we'll actually move the set to change the angle. The camera won't ever move. But yeah, we're gonna do some promo shots and start shooting.
Give me lots of palms, they look really good.
We just finished up shooting our Dothraki scene for the day. We've been at it for about 8 hours.
9 hours. And we just did the smothering scene, and as you can tell, I'm looking a little more busted than I was before, so it's about time to get out of these costumes and back into things like jeans.
for a good angle. Gonna find it.
You could be like bending down to pick up your drop dagger. Any kind of chicken is good, or just chicken lo mein is perfect. Chicken lo mein.
Hey guys, we are on day 2 of shooting our in-costume scenes for our Game of Thrones parody. We just finished building the Red Keep set.
So kiss Robert goodbye because he's gonna die.
Yeah, we've done a couple takes. We're gonna do a couple more. We're gonna order some lunch here pretty soon.
Chinese food, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wontons and stuff.
Dana is obviously playing Cersei in this scene. So yeah, we got a couple more takes to do. We're gonna be filming pretty late again tonight. We probably won't get out of here till about 10 o'clock.
Which means that we're gonna miss Game of Thrones because it's Game of Thrones Sunday.
Yeah, which is brutal. During the costume scenes, we pushed for a lot of physical comedy, a lot of funny movements, funny one-offs that we could fit in between the instrumental parts of the song.
Just flex a lot. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so good. Keep rolling.
You're the best joke in this whole video right now. So good.
Ginny, put your arm around her waist and pull her in. Do that again.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I can't.
Good examples of those were the Daenerys and Drogo scenes, Robert pouring wine on himself, and throwing vegetables at Ned, for example.
Oh, I thought we wanted like chunks.
Yeah, pretty big, but we also want to throw a lot.
Erik, how?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tilt it.
Yeah, that's fine. Right now we are tearing up some veggies. This is one of the cool production things that we get to do. We are going to be throwing these at Dana over there. You can just get a shot of Dana. Say hi, Dana. Give her
Hi,
a wave.
Dana.
For Ned's execution. So we are going to start pelting Dana with veggies. So this will be fun. Okay, cut. Yeah, let's see if we can get one more piece stuck in her beard somewhere. The stuff on top really isn't reading so well.
Let him go, and I didn't know he didn't pass a character I used to know.
Once that was shot, it was time for editing. Ginny and I helped Erik throw together a rough edit with a lot of our favorite clips, but then it was time to just kind of, step back and let him do his magic on it. And after having seen the work in progress with so much of the green screen in the background, seeing the final product with like the Red Keep in the background and the Dothraki tent village and stuff was really amazing.
Next thing we knew, it was live. The response we've had has been absolutely mind-blowing and we couldn't be happier.
Yep, and we couldn't have done it without our amazing Indiegogo donators, so thank you guys so much.
Questions?
Jess asked, what is your songwriting process? How do you choose what songs you want to parody, and how long does it typically take to write the lyrics? Usually the idea comes to us pretty spontaneously. This one kind of came about by us having the idea of the line, a character I used to know, and we ran from there. Our process is usually us saying lines to each other as we come up with them and trying not to sound stupid, and then saying, yes, that works, and no, that one doesn't work at all. So it kind of comes together like that, and usually you can tell if something's going to be good by how quickly the idea comes together as a whole, and this one we got done in about an hour, which was rockin'.
Rhea asked, how did you feel the first time you put on the full-on Arya outfit and realized you're a dead ringer for Maisie Williams? Honestly, I'd been told plenty of times before that I looked like her, but you can never see that kind of thing with yourself, and I was always like, oh, I guess so. And then once Grant did my eyebrows and I pulled back my bangs, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh,
There it
I
is.
get it now.
Rich asked, what do you use for the video editing, and how long does that part of the process take? We're using Adobe Premiere to edit all the clips together, and then After Effects to do all the compositing shots. Editing takes anywhere from, on this video it took about 5 weeks to get the edit done, and then about a week and a half or 2 weeks on visual effects.
Caroline asked, what is your process for deciding on and creating costumes? Well, in the past, we've done a lot of our own costuming and we've had really excellent costumes donated for our Harry Potter videos from Olivans. But this one, we knew that we were gonna have to step it up and have really screen accurate, pretty amazing costumes, so we hired costumers this time. We knew that Kitty, Mandy, Michael, and Karen were gonna do an amazing job, and they did. But Ginny also did the Daenerys costume, and it was fantastic.
Matt asked, how long did makeup for the different characters take? Some characters are really fast. Arya and Cersei took about 15 minutes each, but then Khal Drogo and Ned were more like an hour and a half, and Robert was about an hour. We were lucky enough to have an incredibly talented hair and makeup artist with us, Grant Scoville, who was basically capable of turning us into different people.
Thank you, Grant.
Rhiannon asked, how much of your sets are props and locations, and how much is green screening and special effects? In this video, it was about half and half. We tried to build the set so we'd have half of it real props and then the other half only green screen. That way we only had about half of the frame to fill in. It's really helpful to get physical props in front of a green screen because it really helps sell the composite. For this, we built a bunch of different sets. We built the Dothraki tent, covered a bunch of stone walls out of styrofoam, and those worked out really well.
Melanie asked, will there be videos for the other 2 seasons? Well, not exactly like this one. We're not necessarily planning on doing like a season per season thing, but don't worry, we're definitely not done with Game of Thrones because we are obsessed with Game of Thrones.
Lauren asked, how does Ginny manage to look so awesome in a beard? I think I just have the cheekbones for it. I'm thinking about growing one for daily wear.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.